Hello, RoahmMythril here once again, getting back to RoahmMythril 3. And, well, we paid a lot for the costume. We're gonna use it. It's Vile time. Hehehe. Why am I practicing my evil laugh? I can't see my face through this helmet. Has there ever been anything in canon where we've actually seen Vile's face? Or is the helmet just the face? With robots, it's hard to tell. So anyway, it was confirmed to me over on my social media that Vile is unlocked simply by buying enough cheats. Which they then jokingly suggested maybe it's a reference to the fact that in the X series, so often when you face off against Vile, he finds one way or another to cheat. For example, the fact that in the original game, he wins against X both times purely because he has invincible Platanium ride armor. Yeah, I'd say that's cheating. You dirty, dirty cheater man, you. F-Runner. I have no idea what that stands for. Some corner of my mind just wanted to say Fun Runner, and I doubt that's right. But yes, in default costumes, the utilities never change names or anything, so fair enough. So let's see what we have with Rush Coil. Ride Armor. Ride Armor! Will you stand up, please? Okay, just some sort of hovering battle platform. I'm sure it's a direct reference to something in the X series, but I'm not sure what. And your standard X series hover bike. Rest in peace, green biker dude. I will say that is a really nice slide animation. Break Dash looks more or less to be the same, which fair enough. But yes, it's well known I do have kind of a spotty relationship with the X series, so honestly, aside from X1 and 3, I forget where all Vile has even appeared. Because, like, I've only played up to X5. I've never played 6 or beyond. So, if he appeared in any of those, I don't know about it. And if he appeared in anything other than 1 and 3, it's been so long that I've forgotten. And also, of course, I know he was in Maverick Hunter X. I've never played that one either. But I know there was a whole mode where you got to play as him, and that mode honestly sounded kind of interesting just from a gameplay standpoint of being able to mix and match various attributes for Vile's armor. That's an interesting idea. But anyway, we don't quite have enough bolts to where I feel good about going and buying more cheats. Like I said, we spent a lot on this costume. It was a pricey one. And also, we don't have enough unspent tokens yet to go buy anything else. So, back to the gift shop with us. How do you feel about shopping, Vile? Hi there, Mars. Unbelievable. I don't see any landmines or bazookas or grenade launchers at all. And they call this a toy shop? You have an interesting idea of toys, my friend. And yes, it was also pointed out to me, I didn't even notice while recording, that Strike Man down there sometimes gets replaced with one of those pitching bots. We'll figure out what's going on down there once we get there. Okay, Forge Woman, are you going to teach us any new slang today? I always stop by a gift shop at the Bull Ring when I'm on the way home from work. It's smart to have a bunch of little trinkets and gizmos you can give out at any time. Especially when your job's all about teamwork. Surprise birthday? Gift. Getting married? Gift. Hospitalized after an injury? Gift. Old Toby was real down after his divorce. Poor man. Nothing a box of novelty screwdrivers couldn't fix, though. Fair enough. So, time for 125th place. Water level, ice level, by floating clouds. 44.4. How aesthetically pleasing. 3.6 in difficulty, so not quite a 4, but still on the higher end, so this may turn out to be another one-stage video. We'll see how it goes. There are 5 tokens on the loose. And a skip teleporter. Usually the skip teleporter, though, in these kinds of things, is more toward the way that isn't progress. So that's weird. We'll see what's going on in a moment. I haven't seen you commonly enough to remember who you are or what you symbolize. Multi-Man. Be warned, sequence-breaking posers, this level doesn't account for clever use of Magnet Beam and Ice Wall. Bypassing the intended solution for some sections can lead to glitches that make the level even harder to navigate. Great! Okay, so, we've been warned, don't overthink things. The level's too twisty, the level's too cold, the level's too buggy. Oh, where is the gold? Just something from my scratch pad. I was inspired by this stage and it's hard to find tokens. Alrighty. So many paths, so many switches to flip on and off, so many steps you'll need to retrace. I lost my way several times. I even went somewhere I'm certain I wasn't supposed to go to yet. This room is much easier to navigate. Go left to win. I tried that in the level and, it didn't work out so well. That's worrying. Okay, so I assume manipulating these switches changes water to ice given the name of the stage. So yes. And you can change them back. Good to know. So going left didn't work out, huh? Okay, there is a switch over there, but we're being told go right. Can't seem to do anything with this switch. That's a mystery for another day. So, are these legitimately switches or not? I'm hearing noises. Durgan is already confused. That didn't take long. Well, you were very in the way. And yeah, I'm noticing those drips on the pipes. On the ceilings there. I'm sure something is going to happen with those. Okay, nothing over that way. Okay. E-tank, but can't really do anything else there. Because I have been told not to use Magnet Beam and slide into areas like that. Now, they did say the thing about clever ice wall usage is also frowned upon. Though I do wonder if that just means to use as a block to slide in somewhere that you shouldn't be going into just yet. Because I wonder if we are going to need to make use of the fact that ice wall floats. I am going to need to try and remember that fact. Oh, you're down there. This is a wall? Excuse me. Why is that a wall? I question your building code. Will you get down here? Thank you. Okay, now that that's gone, is this still a wall? Yes, it is. Is it a wall from the other side? Yes, it is. I want to read important lore. What? It's walled that way, too? Huh? Oh my god, nice try, but there is nothing here. We do a little trolling as a treat, and I do not appreciate it. That's a nice touch, the little icy texture that takes over in the background. That's cool. Okay, so I cannot go back that way. Good to know. Oh. Aha. Well, I wanted to come back here anyway. So I suppose it works out. Give me that. That was token 4, huh? Okay! We have our work cut out for us. Okay, so freezing everything also freezes water spouts in place to use as platforms. Feels a little weird, though, that it's while everything is frozen solid that those drip. Like, I feel like they'd be a bit less stable and more likely to drip while everything is thawed. I don't know. Though I guess then they might not be icicles. Maybe that's the issue. Also good to know that the magnets apparently are deactivated when everything is frozen. Okay, so we're learning the rules. Okay, nothing over this way. Just had to make sure. These things seem to have a habit of getting stuck in the walls. No, there we go. They're just very eager to follow where you are. Okay, good. At least that confirms that I wasn't doing something dumb, and you can't just shoot the levers. For a minute I wondered if I had missed something by not doing that. Doesn't seem to be the case. Okay. But now the question, which way are we actually supposed to go? I feel like this would be the only chance to go back toward the start, anyway. I feel like it makes sense to backtrack now. The heck is going on there with that switch and magnet? so we can go all the way back here. Is there a reason to do so? Yes. But physics are wonky. Okay. And we're going back a ways. Just take a penguin to the face, or why not? Okay, so you have to be a bit more careful going between rooms because it takes a moment for the freeze effect to actually happen. Just long enough of a moment for you to, if you're... That was a weird interaction. That distracted me. But yeah, if you just walk on the ice into the next room, the ice in the next room doesn't freeze over quickly enough, and you end up just phasing through it before it has a chance, and you die. Okay. We theoretically know what we're doing now. It's one of those, it's not really difficult, it's just a matter of actually getting things to work. You are hereby banned from the skip teleporter. So yes, make big dramatic jumps. Okay, that's what tripped me up. The fact that I was just sliding into the next room, basically. I'm not quite sure why it worked that time, but... The one time I trusted you, Eddie! Okay, so I feel like there has to be a reason that there's a switch in here, and there's not spikes down below. Why do I trust? Why do I trust anything in this stage? Trusting has only gotten me hurt. I mean, it's not just me, right? That seemed like the perfect setup for, like, some sort of mini-boss fight or something that you drop into the next room, and that's what that's all about. At least we got the spade token. This stage is going to give me serious trust issues. So there's still some stuff I feel like I need to look at back toward the beginning. Not quite that same area, but close to it. Right down here. Give me that, please. Thank you. I see. And no, I wasn't making a pun on icy. Though it works out. You stop that! You are very much a problem. It's a very tight and awkward arena to fight this thing in. Which, I mean, hey, it works for making him threatening. There we go. But to what end? Okay, so it's nothing over here. These blocks aren't slide-through. Blind Trustful? Okay, so this time it actually was something. And it was a checkpoint. Which feels like it would indicate this is actually the proper way to go through the stage. Okay, so I probably missed something earlier. I figured this was going to be a side path. Okay, I'm at least not permanently cut off. Oh boy, yeah, this stage is going all over the place. Well, at least that confirms those are death pits. Alrighty. Those are very good ambush enemies, because they just move so quickly from off-screen. I want them. Can I jump over this way to get him? Yes, I can. Give me the money! Okay. How is this gonna work? Get some goodies. And I guess we're going back this way. So now the question becomes, what did turning everything off actually do for us? Where are we going? Okay, so I can turn that off, and I'm gonna have to, because, yeah, there's not enough room for me up there otherwise. You stop that! Yes, I want these. Thought I heard a splash sound and I wasn't sure what caused it. Okay, can't go that way. I can at least cheat the first one. Yep, second one not so much. Okay, this is why we have to go all the way over there and turn everything off. Got it. Despite the fact that this, for some reason, isn't a barrier. Not sure how that works. I foresee comments about checkpoint placement. I can only guess checkpoint issues here are just due to how things have to be positioned to work around the gimmick of freezing things over in an attempt not to get the player trapped somehow. But as a result, the sections do end up feeling a bit on the long side. Especially when what sends you back can just be instant death. There we go. I'm a bit concerned that I've still only found 2 of the tokens. Though, do I actually have to do that? I feel like if it's trickier to get through here without freezing those, then maybe there's a reason not to do so. Because yeah, if everything was frozen, I'd be stuck up there. Just to make sure, there's nothing over this way, is there? No. Rude. Even more rude. Ah! God! Okay, what I said about having to reset these areas, or, you know, having to place checkpoints in such a way that you don't trap the player due to the freezing and thawing gimmick, there had to have been a safe place to have put a checkpoint somewhere in all of that, it feels like. So at this point, I do kind of feel like the checkpoint placement is being a bit obtuse. Okay, it works going that way too. Good to know! Makes that area a bit safer. I say as I take that in about the riskiest possible way I could have. I always forget that this room is part of the long return trip. Yeah, that works. Where we're going, that works. Okay, so I'm still operating under the assumption that there is a reason to not freeze things here. Though, given the way so much else in this stage has been, it may be just yet another troll. Make me think I'm being clever when in reality I'm just making things harder on myself. Hi there, Magnet! Ah. Okay, it took me a couple of attempts to get back here again. So yes, let's remember we have magnets to deal with as well as the spikes. It is up there. Freezing it was the right answer. There. I don't care if it's clever usage or not. Ugh. So wait, penguins can activate those. At this point, I'm just super confused. How'd you get down there? What? What even is going on? I've lost the plot at this point. Okay, I'll deal with you up here, I guess. Which is probably a bad idea. Yeah. It's probably a better idea if I can keep Chillman up here. Maybe not. But I'm still just wondering how he ended up underwater in the first place. I didn't change any of the switches. And yet... Chillman at least is almost gone. What worries me is there's a gate beyond them. You are just projectile spam happy in this engine. You just sit down there and think about what you've done. There. Yasichi. I'll take it. I'm gonna say I was hoping that was the end of the stage, though. It is. Okay, good. Just a few more penguins to deal with. Is there anything beyond? No. Okay, so the good news, we have the exit in 3 of the tokens. The bad news, there's still 2 in here. At the very least, I have an idea of where to start looking. So, yeah, back once I get there. I really don't want to go back in here. But we gotta. Okay, so here at least is one of the areas that seems worth checking. Yeah, this is what I actually thought was going to lead to progress. But we now know that is not the case. So now the question is, what all do we actually have over here? So that doesn't go anywhere. It's just an M-tank? What? What am I missing here? Well, 2 tokens, obviously, but beyond that. Nothing up there. What am I missing? Because because I don't remember any other side passages. Because that's the one that leads to actual stage progress. And this leads to where the spade token was, but nothing else really. Nothing down there. Had to check. It's about the only other thing I could think of. It's gonna be one of those days, back when I figure something else out. At this point I'm just grasping at straws, but there wouldn't be a reason to slide back in there once this is frozen, is there? I mean, a ladder appears. These bolts are going to get taken away from me, aren't they? Bolt Connoisseur. Achievement unlocked. Costume unlocked. Well, we got the heart token. We're still missing the club, and at the very least, Vile has paid off his college loans. Yay! We've paid for the costume. Though now we have a new one to buy, and probably, I have a feeling, those bolts are going to disappear. Just saying. Now, where... Well, at least that didn't kill me. Where am I? Well, that happened. But where in the world could the club token be? Turgan continues to be confused. Very confused. Back when something else catches my eye. I feel like I've looked everywhere, and I'm left coming back to this. Is there something off to a side somewhere that I missed? Because, I mean, this seems like an overall just normal, solid room. Like, I don't feel like I missed anything like a hidden ladder somewhere or anything. Okay, and that puts me back in here. What do they want from me? Because, like, I don't think this changes anything, like, letting me get in anywhere. Yeah, that didn't miraculously become not solid. I can go backwards. Is there any further back I can go? I'm being told very clearly to go back. And that's not solid. All the way back here again? Okay. Dumb idea time. It feels like there has to be a reason we're allowed to come back here. We know that this arrow is not solid. But also notable, back at the start of this room, the first tank of water, the spikes, it's not a solid line of them. There are gaps. So indulge me in this stupid fantasy of mine. Which, if this works out, I will be equally angry and relieved. Because I can't go any further back, notably. What? Huh? It's a ladder. Okay. It worked out. You know what? Get out of here, the lot of you. Oh my gods! Okay, that was a little overkill. But at least we have everything. Now to see all those bolts disappear, probably. Wait, no? No fake men? I'll take it. I consider that my reward for going through that. Okay, so yeah, I have no idea how I'm gonna edit this. Whew. Overall feelings on the stage. The ideas here are honestly pretty interesting. The puzzle of figuring out what you want frozen, what you want thawed, when you want each, how to get through different areas. It's a cool concept. But the big thing holding this stage back, I just have to say, bad checkpoint placement. It's unfortunate, but it is very, very true. Having to go back so far due to an instant death, especially, because that's most of what will send you back, is falling into a death pit or hitting a spike. And having to do that so often, that kind of killed the flow of the stage for me, I'm afraid. The ideas are there. It is an interesting concept for a stage, mixing both water and ice elements pretty nicely, actually. But, ooh, the going back and having to redo so much just because of an instant death, yeah, I can't say I was too much of a fan of that. But again, it's one of those that just feels like a stage that just needed a little extra polish. It's still solid, just owie. Owie. And yeah, some of the tokens were not very well communicated as to how they were hidden. Like the one switch that once you freeze things over, it made a ladder appear. There was nothing else in the stage to indicate that that would happen, so in some ways that feels a little clever, but in other ways it just really feels like it comes out of left field. A lot of it can be figured out with just careful observation. I'm pretty sure that ladder being right underfoot when I went down into that one water tank with the uneven spikes, I'm pretty sure that almost got me killed because I thought it was just a weird glitch and it was just an invisible floor there. Oh man, yeah. This was an experience. But with that, that's where we're going to call it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series so far, and I shall see you again next time. Until then, I need a hot drink. Hot chocolate, tea, something.